The Six Little Chickens and the Big Bad Coyotes. A fractured fairy tale play by HGS Grade 2's Mrs. Obach's class. Once upon a time, there were 6 little chickens and their mom. It is time for you to go into the country and build your own chicken coops. You can buy all the supplies you need at the coop co-op. Watch out for those 2 big bad coyotes, Billy and Bill. They are always up to trouble and they love to eat chicken. The 3 brothers and the 3 sisters went to the coop co-op in Chicken Town to buy building supplies, food, and decorations for their new chicken coops. As the chickens started walking, the 2 big bad coyotes saw them.
Let's follow those tasty, fat, juicy chickens.
Let's sneak through the woods to see where they're going.
The big bad coyote followed the chickens all the way to the coop co-op. As the 6 little chickens went into the store, the big bad coyotes ran to the back of the store and sneaked in the back door to the storage room.
Let's put on disguise so we don't get cashiers.
Let's sneak up to the front of and take over the tills. Our disguise will be perfect.
While the 6 little chickens were picking out supplies for their houses in the store, Billy and Bo snuck up to the checkouts. The coyotes put duct tape over the cashier's mouth and dragged them back to the storage room. They locked the cashiers in the storage room. The coyotes took over the tills. Meanwhile, the chickens were picking out their supplies.
I am going to get some straw to build my new home.
I am going to get some giant gingerbread slabs to build my new home and some giant gingerbread pieces to decorate my house.
I'm going to buy some wooden sticks for my treehouse coop. I am going to pick out some plastic for my house. It would be very nice to see out through the clear plastic in case the big bad coyotes come. I'm going to buy some metal for my metal fortress so the big bad coyotes can't blow it down. I'm going to buy some bricks and glass for my windows for my chicken coop.
The 6 little chickens started walking towards the checkout and noticed something strange about the cashier. His bushy tail was peeking out and his claws were poking through his glass.
Those are the big bad coyotes.
The 6 little chicken ran back to the other chickens.
I think there are big bad coyotes at the checkout.
We don't believe you. The roosters went up to the checkouts to pay for their supplies. When the roosters got to the checkout, they realized that their sister was right.
We should have believed our sister. The big bad coyotes are working the checkouts. Let's escape from here.
The roosters quickly ran back to their sisters and made a plan to go out the back door. When they got to the storage room, the door was locked. The 4th chicken took a bobby pin out of her feathers and picked the lock. When they opened the door, they saw the real cashiers. The chickens freed the cashiers, and then they called the police to come get the coyotes. The chickens paid the cashiers for their supplies.
Can we please go out the back door because we can't go through the front door with the coyotes working up there?
Yes, you can go out the back door.
Once the chickens were safely out of the store with their building supplies, they walked along Chicken Town Road until they found the perfect spots to build their chicken coops.
We want to live on the north side of the road near the woods. We want to live on the south side of the road, where there are plenty of wildflowers to pick and lots of wide open space to build our coops.
I have built my house out of straw.
I built my new home out of gingerbread decorated with candy. I built my tree house with sticks and wood.
I built my house out of plastic so I can see through the walls and check if the big bad coyotes are coming.
I built a strong metal fortress so the big bad coyotes can't come in.
The fifth chicken was very smart. His house was very strong.
I think I'm very smart because I made my house out of bricks. I also put glass windows. Now that my coop is done, I'm going to pick some wildflowers for my windowsill in front of my beautiful glass windows.
Back at the first little rooster straw coop, Billy showed up. The police had released him after they gave him a warning.
Little chicken, let me come in.
Not by the feathers of my chinny chin chin. Besides, the door is stuck.
Then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house in. Huff, puff.
And he did what he said. While the straw coop was falling down, the first little chicken escaped and ran all the way to the fifth little chicken's metal fortress. When he arrived at the first rooster warned his brother.
The big bad coyote came to my house and blew it down. Can I come live with you until I find new supplies for a new house?
Yes, you can say that big bad coyote will never blow down this fortress.
Back at the second little hen's gingerbread coop, Bo showed up. The police had also released him after they gave him a warning.
Little chicken, let me come in.
Not by the feathers on my chinny chin chin. Besides, the door is stuck.
Then I'll munch and I'll crunch and I'll blow your house down.
And he did what he said. While the gingerbread coop crumbled, the second little chicken escaped and ran all the way to the sixth little chicken's brick coop. The coyote munched and crunched until he was too full to eat another thing. When the second little chicken arrived at her sister's house, she complained to her sister. The big bad coyote came to my house and munched it down. Can I come and live with you until I first find supplies for a new coop?
Yes, you could stay until you find new supplies for your coop. The big bad coyote will never munch down my chicken coop.
Back at the third little rooster's wooden treehouse, Billy showed up.
Little chicken, let me come in.
Not by the feathers on my chinny chin chin. Besides, the ladder is broken.
Then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house in. Huff, puff, huff, puff, huff.
And he did what he said. While the treehouse was falling down, the third little chicken escaped and ran all the way to the fifth little chicken's fortress. The third rooster started to warn his brothers about the big bad coyote, but his brothers interrupted him.
The big bad.
Yes, we know.
The big bad coyote already blew my house down today.
Can I stay here with you?
Yes, you can stay. That big bad coyote will never blow down this fortress.
Fourth little hen's plastic coop, Bo showed up.
Little chicken, let me come in. Not by the feathers on my chinny chin chin. Besides, the door is stuck. Then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house in.
And he did what he said. While the plastic coop was falling down, the fourth little chicken escaped and ran all the way to the sixth little chicken's brick coop. When the fourth little chicken arrived at the brick coop, she noticed both of her sisters were there.
Big bad coyote came into my house and blew it down. Can I come and live with you until I find supplies for a new coop? Yes, you could stay until you find supplies for a new coop. That big bad coyote will never blow down my coop.
I have to stay here too. That the big bad coyote munched and crunched my coop until there were nothing left but crumbs. On the other side of the road, at the fifth little chicken's metal fortress, Billy showed up.
Little chicken, let me come in.
Not by the feathers on our chinny chin chins. Besides, the door's stuck.
Then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house down.
So he huffed and he puffed and he huffy huffed and he puffy puffed, but the fortress would not blow down. The big bad coyote was so tired from huffing and puffing that he went to take a nap.
I hear the big bad coyote snoring. My friends, the three little pigs, have dealt with a situation like this before. I remember that they used some boiling water to deal with their wolf problem. Maybe we could use their idea.
Let's boil an enormous pot of water.
It took all three of the roosters to carry it outside to where the coyote was napping. They quickly sneaked up behind the tree where the coyote was sleeping.
Let's dump this pot of water on the coyote.
When he felt the hot water, he woke up and ran away. Billy was never seen again. The roosters lived happily ever after. On the other side of the road at the sixth little hen's bird coop, Bo showed up.
Little chicken, let me come in.
Not by the feathers on our chinny chin chins. Besides, the door is stuck.
Then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house in.
So he huffed and he puffed and he huffed and he puffy huffed. But the coop would not blow down. The big bad coyote was so tired from huffing and puffing that he went to go take a nap.
I have an idea. Let's invite the big bad coyote for supper. If we feed him something different, he will not want to eat us. Let's get working making some corn on the cob.
I'll go pick some fresh corn on the cob from the garden. When supper was ready, they set it on the table. The little chickens all went out to invite the big bad coyote inside for supper.
Excuse us, Bo, would you like to come in for some supper?
Corn on the cob is more delicious than chicken and healthier.
Oh, is that true? Oh, thank you, my friends. I will come in for it. It sounds absolutely lovely.
So Bo picked a few wildflowers and walked inside with the little chickens to eat supper. They all became friends and lived happily ever after. The coyote was hardly ever bad again.
So cool.